getting into that right now. Vici Gaming took game 1. And on stream B, NIP versus Virtus Pro, VP taking that game 1. But don't worry, I'm going to take you right back to Fnatic versus EG.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Needs one more, won't make it out. Bop almost kills him.
I like this move by EG. They forced the Ogre bottom, and Arteezy's like, I'll just walk mid, I guess. Yeah. He pulled the creeps for a while, so they're not going to like do any tower damage bottom. And now you just have this catapult. I think Kyle's mentioned those once or twice in this broadcast.
Couple times, I forget though.
Yeah, and then they just get a free tower because they forced the Ogre bottom. There you go. What do you do about an Ogre? You just avoid him, right? That makes sense.
They're feeling clean right now. It feels like we haven't seen too many. Like last game was pretty even, right? But it feels like, you know, a team jumps ahead and they know how to close games, and that's TI, right? You have the 18 best teams here. They should know how to close out and play these games with the lead. And now he's back bottom. Hello.
This is his home. He is unkillable on Lifestealer, and since Ogre came, he went quickly rotated mid, but back to home we go.
And we do have the Aether Lens now in Shadow Shaman. It looks like he is going to max Hex before the Shackles. 2 points in it. Has Mana Boots now. Oh, okay. There we go.
Aether Lens is a big pickup. You need to be able to get that Hex off fast against heroes like Lifestealer.
Doesn't look like too much crazy stuff's going to happen. They definitely want to push that top tower. They're going to smoke up. Crit will just get the double stun, though. And now Sumail, he's here. There's going to be an X boat. He's going to try to pull him back. It's a multicast. Will he get him in time? He sure will. There's going to be another stun. There's going to be a tornado there. This is a tanky boy, even without that many items, but will finally get brought down. Top lane, though. Didn't even have to use his wards. Will he be able to get the tower? Not quite yet, as it will get glyphed up, and he knows there's a lot of heroes around. Soul Ring, Phase Boots on Earthshaker, and we still see, that's one of the few you always see, right? It's either that or Mana Boots. It still seems pretty contested on which one you like.
Yeah, definitely player preference.
And they know he's up here. They scanned him. Like, he stayed here. He did not TP out. And guess what? They find him. There's going to be snakes, though. Uh-oh. He is going to have to save the Frostbite. His Crit is going to die here.
Wow.
Holds the other one. And, oh, the A-Blast won't hit Fly, but DJ just styling on him right now. Level 9 as well. Dude, they can't even go in on him. They're like, if you get vision, those wards will eat you alive.
Sick play for DJ.
And now, uh-oh, DJ once again, he's trying. But guess what? Sumail's here now. Ooh, the X is going to be there. He doesn't get the torrent off. But now just going to get right-click down. Frozen. Sumail gets the kill.
I like this. He only went for the 1-point shackles. He went for the max Hex and Ether Shock. I think that's really good. Against the... There's just so many ways to cancel his shackle. The torrent, the Earthshaker Fissure.
But this is the big hero for Fnatic, right? Like, when is this Medusa, quote-unquote, online? Is there ever like just a certain time it's like, I am Medusa, I am the best hero? Or
I think it's the third item most of the time. You get like Manta, Butterfly, something else.
Oh, crit. So you should go. Well, they need to get at least one more hit on him. There it is. There's going to be an X. Oh, no. Oh, pulls him back. Whoa, whoa. I have no clue where that Impish is traveling to, but Jabs gets brought down and crit. He baits him in. Dude, you saw Jabs was like, I got to get this kill now. And then that extra sleight of fist cost him his life.
Yeah, Sumail's queuing up the Radiance on Kunkka, something we've seen pretty commonly, I'd say, throughout the course of the year.
Yeah.
Kind of just another hero where the idea behind Radiance is it just doesn't give you anything other than damage. So you need a hero that has like a toolkit that's effective if he's just walking around dealing damage. Whoa. And Kunkka kind of fits that, you know, you're just throwing out some X's, torrents, boats, and fights, and you're super tanky because of the boat buff, and then you burn people while you're doing it. Also, it's not bad to give yourself 65 damage on your Tidebringer.
Now Ogre, guess what? We'll finally get that tower. Abed going for that Manta, getting close. Something's happening. Nobody knows what's going on, but there will be DJ. They're going to try to throw. DJ will go down the A-Blast flying, but Fly, guess what? Sending down Rains of Ice, and S4 just trying to get out. Will be able to heal in about 1 second there.
First item, Atos on Enchantress.
That's pretty good versus the Ember. It's still a little bit different. There will be a kill on Dubu. Fly goes down as well. S4, no heal for 15. This should be a kill.
Yeah, the boat buff wearing off, so he had a lot of health, and then he didn't, because he lost it all after the duration ended.
We did see AA. Both supports dying up top.
That Atos is a little strange. Like, I guess they kind of lack catch in the early game, but not really like as the game goes on. So
Feels like 4-steps is good, right? Always good for your team, good for you.
it just breaks the entire combo. Somebody who's shackled, somebody who's getting A blasted, you just save them. You save yourself.
Well, we're watching. We haven't watched him in a while. I guess we can watch him hit some creeps, and that's a little different. I guess we haven't seen the Radiance on Lifestealer, and that's why Kunkka's going it. Is it just going to be the same? You're just going like armlet into Deso, or
Probably. That's most likely his build. Physical damage, armlet, Deso, AC. It feels a lot better this game. The difference between a hero like Medusa and a hero like Jug is if you're against Medusa, you can actually just siege buildings with Lifestealer. You can, like, you don't really kill the Medusa that well, but you just hit buildings, and you don't really care about her all that much. A hero like Jug, on the other hand, kind of just kills you. So, in this case, it feels, that's why, in my opinion, it feels a lot better to play Lifestealer in this specific game.
Thanks, BSJ.
You're welcome.
Scooped up here. Drums into BKB.
Yeah, I think Fnatic's going to have some major damage issues as this game continues.
Oh, the AA blast. It doesn't hit these two, but it goes over them, so they won't be able to heal up too much. Dubu, might be in a little bit of trouble. Stun goes out, though. Abed still has the ulti as well if they want to commit. And look at that. There's going to be a freeze onto Sumail. Will get the ulti off. He's going to get frozen again. He's just double frozen. Stun's going to come out. He's in a lot of trouble. He has this Radiant. They are missing a few hits, but it won't matter. They're not going to be able to save him, or will they? They won't, but they will get jabs as well. And now Ice, he's in a little bit of trouble. S4 is just pumping out damage.
Surprised it took him so long to decide to turn and fight that.
Yeah.
It was so strange. You saw how long Sumail lived?
He was just frozen for so long, and yeah, they didn't want to commit. And unfortunately, maybe they thought Crit had Blink, which he just got. Bottom tower, let's see, will it get denied?
That's the information that game, though, right? They didn't see Crit. They don't know where he is, so if they commit and he is there and he has Blink Echo, you're actually just going to feed everybody.
Yep. A blast. Ooh, won't it crit here? Meanwhile, Arteezy, he's over here messing with Abed's the Radiant farm.
I like the decision to go the armlet build. I think he might even go for a halberd next. I'm sure he'll think about it, just because right now, you can't go MKB next item on Abed. So if you get evasion along with the Radiance on the Kunkka, you have this huge window where Abed simply doesn't deal damage to these two cores.
And Medusa already struggles with that, and now you're just denying all. She's going to feel pretty useless if that's the case. Yeah,
because I think you need a BKB at some point on the Deuce as well this game, but you're also going to need the MKB. You really need a Butterfly just for both damage amp and just survivability. And he's going to go for the Scotty. This is fine. I like this. You don't have... he actually can't go Butterfly because his HP pool's too low, and there's too much magical damage on EQ.
Okay, I didn't have net worth up. What are we at? Okay, we're not too far in. I love
you had
looking
last
at
hits
CS.
until 19 minutes. Great.
Well, it's not 19 minutes. Let's not be rude. It's 18:45, my friend. Those 15 seconds are a big game changer. Smoke through middle.
Oh.
Trying to find anyone they can. Doesn't look like anyone's really out of position. You have all three pretty much just surrounding the Medusa up here. And this is the Dubu I remember. You fall behind, and he never feels good, because in a losing game, Dubu he's just buying wards and sentries the entire game. And it feels like, right, the kind of position 6, 7, 8, whatever you want to call it, like, has kind of fallen off the way, right? Like, you need farm on all your heroes, it feels like, nowadays.
It's not the same anymore. It kind of makes sense, though, if you think about it, the way Dota's like progressed over the years. Every player is 20% of their team. Yeah. And you ever talk to like Puppy or Kuro about it, they'll discuss how the first item on a 5 position is way more valuable than the first. Never face. Items on a 5 mean more than items on other heroes because they simply don't have the gold. But like this medallion, this random Force Staff or Glimmer, like that can change games. And it's not as if a core is ever going to be able to buy it. It's very important to ensure your cores, or rather supports, get into the game. Because right now it feels like, let's say AAL misses, it's a 4-on-5.
It is, and there's going to be the dunk. Will he be able to bring down? Yes. S4 plus crit. That's just way too much damage right now. Any lockdown with this enchant.
And that was all the Atos. And then the Golem, follow from crit.
I mean, what's that thing used? LRC?
LRC. Long range cannons, baby.
What's Atos? Long range.
And nice what's Enchantress?
She's a cannon herself.
There you go.
She is the LRC.
I was just finishing off that point,
Oh. Well, there's going to be a sheep. They are going to throw down. This could be a 2-man AA blast. Will it? No, it only hits on the one. It is crit. Crit's already used the ulti. Fly will use his ulti as well. There's going to be a kill on DJ. There's an Atos as well on the Ogre. Abed has that ulti, though. Let's chill. Stone Gaze. There's going to be a buyback from Crit. They actually want to take this fight. It looks like from behind there's going to be a freeze. Medusa will start getting right-click. Will just mant out of the open wounds. On the backside, these wards slowly getting brought down by the creep. Crit will throw out that stun. Arteezy, he needs to hop into somebody, but he can't. Crit doesn't get there now. Hey, this could be a dieback for Crit. He wants to get out of here. Will they jump forward? They're going to look for him. He just dies. Sleight of Fist brings him down, and uh-oh, S4 doesn't have his heal. He might die as well. Fly, is this just going to be a team wipe? It looks like it. S4 just baiting him in. Oh my goodness, almost brings down Jabs, but Fly still trying to run and will make it.
It's a great fight for Fnatic. There's a buyback on Crit there too. He diebacked actually.
Yes. Well,
this is a little over eager from EG.
It feels like this AA blast. They keep trying to like fight into it and it doesn't feel good.
You need these 4-steps. You need the ability to combo break. And as of now, if somebody gets hexed and stunned by Ogre, they're gonna die. Like, they're just gonna die.
Yes, what on the chicken was S4's 4-staff, but you know, a minute too late. Almost a full BKB now on Sumail. Yep. Still a 3K lead, but guess what? You got this Medusa. You got Bloodlust with the Medusa.
Look at what he used to be. If you think about it, they've really done some. They put a significant dent into EG's lead.
Yeah.
Who still certainly have the edge here, but 4, 5 items in, that's when the Abed Deuce starts to get out of control.
Dude.
And this Shaman is rich. Look at this. Blink Hex bottom with the A blast overstun. No 4-staff behind him. He's just a goner.
They're to look for DJ now. DJ just sitting here eating impetuses. Sumail actually takes the kill.
He spray painted EG on the ground. That's style.
He got him.
What a boss.
Do you think he queued that up just like for this series? Like he put that in his...
I'm sure he did.
Probably, yeah.
I like that. That's style points for sure.
We'll see. We'll see next time we cast our games if he does it for the same team.
Their lead's gone. Is Fnatic ahead now, would you say?
Like, are they
I'm not sure how to read
advantage?
the late game. Yeah, like I don't know what's going to happen like 30 to 40 minutes. That's like all about, I think, execution. But I feel after that, Fnatic will start to pull ahead.
Lifestealer is no longer feeling nearly as good as he used to because of what happened with the map control. You're now killable, as you saw there. The Shaman is scary as all hell. He has the Ether Lens. Once he gets 15, he'll also have the cast range talent with the Blink Dagger. So his like close gap range is pretty nuts.
Well, we are going to see Crit.
Oh, that smoke is going straight up to the hill. Fnatic's already... They're standing on top of it.
Jab.
Active Shrine.
They're chilling. Looks like they might just be looking for a solo pickoff possibly, but no one really that close besides Jabs. And he's actually going to go back and heal.
Got the BKB, it's huge. EG, no real way of threatening him.
There's going to be X plus a boat. Snake will fly out. They pull him back. There will be the stun. They're going to find Ice as well. He's going to get stunned up. He's pretty damn tanky. He has that medallion as well as a pipe. Just going to throw down. Guess what? Medusa will just throw out the ulti. Lifestealer's going to get AA. Do we have a 4-step? We do not.
Oh my
it's
God.
Looking very, very bad for that. Arteezy trying to run away, but goes down. Crit goes down. Ice goes down on Fnatic's side, but Fly just getting run down. BKB. Oop, Impetus pretty good versus it. He's going to 4-step downhill. Does get the heal off, but gets trapped in, and uh-oh, that's just going to be a kill. S4 slowly getting brought down, but guess what? Our first gold lead for Fnatic in a while.
Dude, you can see this AA against the Lifestealer, man. The armlet build sounded good in theory, but looking on this game, you know, with hindsight, it feels like he almost needed to get the Radiance build here. Because he's not actually tanky, to your point, BSJ. Like, in fact, Arteezy's barely ahead of the Ember Spirit, even though his laning phase went so much better.
Yeah.
The problem I had with the Kunkka pick was it kind of does the same thing as Lifestealer in this game, and that's why he built Radiance, right? Like, you're kind of... Both heroes are...
You don't need to do that. You could go for, like, Shadow Blade, earlier BKB, a Drums, which they don't have.
But Kunkka doesn't catch Ember, and then you didn't have absolute last pick, so, like, they're going to pick a core that doesn't really care about getting X'd. In that case, the Medusa. Like, Medusa doesn't really care if she... Like, if it's like a mobile position-based core, you know, if they get X, they're in trouble. But as Medusa, it's like, okay, you X me, now what? And it's just like, what I'm saying is, since I don't like the other way Kunkka could be played in this specific game.
Oh my!
And he's
uncharacteristic mistake from Crit.
Does he just think he missed it, or
no? He just missed the W.
Did he? Oh.
He didn't time it right.
He took it too long, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ouch. That hurts, because now they kind of know, right? You got a Bloodlust Medusa with Scotty Manta. Don't you just take some towers off this?
Yep, they're looking to pressure top, and since they... I was about to say, since they saw all of EG bottom, they were looking on DJ.
Yeah, now they're ahead. Bottom lane is pushed for EG, but Fnatic way ahead, already shoving 2 lanes with catapults active.
That wasn't X'd Kunkka, actually, so even if he got hexed or whatever.
He would have got back eventually. Well, EG grouping up around middle. Meanwhile, Fnatic doing the same. They're between middle and top. And here comes the A blast. Fly. Will get hit by it, but glimmered up.
This is where the Fnatic lineup gets spooky, because they have maxed out Bloodlust. So you've got an Ember and a Medusa running around near max move speed. Well, not Medusa, but Ember Spirit gets real speedy.
You've also got this support hero that is going to play off map with DJ, and he's such a scary threat.
And EG's not here. They're just going to look to threaten high ground. I love this.
Oh,
yeah,
do it. We'll see. Creeps will spawn.
Ooh, double Metis.
They just bring down the snakes. Yep, S4 is going to try to clear them out. See if he can. There's going to be a Hex plus a freeze, so slow him down. Snakes will do a little damage, but not too much.
This is just forcing them back to base. This is another way to corral people. You can either do it directly by like running at them across the map, or you can just say, hey, if you don't come back, we're going to kill your base.
And it's one of those concepts that's been really developed. I think it started at TI7 with Liquid, and since then it's been expanded upon. This idea that you can alleviate pressure around the map by applying it in other areas, and that's now sort of just the wisdom of the scene. Like, that's the way people prefer to defend nowadays. It's just lower risk, because if you're playing enemy side of the map, it's like worst case, you TP back to your own after you force them there. It's a win-win.
Well, one of them's like reactionary chasing the other team, while the other one's saying like,
you give the other team tempo and try to. It's tough to do that. Teams are too good nowadays. They take little leads and make them wins.
There's something we didn't really talk about. This Enchantress taking over the Manta Illusion and Medusa, actually just clearing creep waves with it. Fly, oh my. BKB just straight up popped here. Look at this. Sumail's like, you know what? I'm going to save you. Just kidding. And now the shrine will be gone. If that boat got a little bit quicker, might have been able to. But that is a BKB down, and I'm sure Ember wants all the time he can, especially against a Kunkka and an Earthshaker.
True.
Yeah, I said Medusa doesn't really threaten Lifestealer, but he's going Basher after this Deso. Like, if you look at his net worth, right? He has 13,000 net worth, and none of this net worth makes him like harder to kill. Like, yeah, you have an armlet.
I don't like it. I think the Halberd was the pick here. Yeah. Halberd's like the item against Dusa. He's not got a Linken's. It's a 5-second disarm plus the evasion. Like, I really hate minus armors against Medusa as well, because all the damage Mana Shield absorbs is pre-reduction. So the minus armor only affects 40% of the damage, right? So no.
Yeah, it'd be 40%.
Yeah. So, wait, are you sure?
Yeah, Mana Shield is 60%.
Okay, yeah.
My bad, I could have looked for you.
Anyway, yeah. So the Deso only matters for 40% of the DPS you're doing to the Dusa, and it just feels like, I don't know. I like Halberd. I like Halberd on like 3 heroes for EG. I want Sumail to get one still.
Well, my idea would have been, if you're thinking Halberd, I would have rather the Lifestealer have the Radiance and like AC and all these like Lifestealer items.
Oh, for sure.
And have Kunkka with the Halberd rather than the Lifestealer.
And there is not much it feels like EG can do against this. You got a Solar Crest Wards and a Bloodlusted Butterfly Medusa now hitting Roche.
And that MKB is when it just gets terrible. Like, that's it. That's the 4th item. That's when Medusa just gets unstoppable. Yeah,
I mean, you were talking about itemization, right? Like how earlier on we were watching, it felt like the games from LGD were just so smooth because all the items came together as like one beautiful picture. But this game, it's like you have 2 heroes, in my opinion, Kunkka and Lifestealer, that are playing the same role. Like I think Lifestealer wanted to play this role, this Radiance AC, and now he's not allowed to play it because Kunkka's playing it. So now Lifestealer's building like not ideal items, and then I don't know exactly where the problem started. You know, was it a draft issue? Was it like, communication issue? Was it like just an in-game decision where they're like, I'm having a really good game on Kunkka, I'll go Radiance, and then he's like, well, okay, I guess I'm not going Radiance. Where did it happen? That's
what makes Dota so complex, right? Because your Sumail, that is the best item for your game. You want to get a Radiance after double Bracer when you're that far ahead, but you're now taking that ability away from your hard carry. Perhaps you're punishing him more than you're helping yourself. It's all about balancing it and ensuring that your entire team is in the best position to succeed. This being a 5-on-5 after all, as Valve even pushed us to remember by
it is a team
combining
game.
Solo and team party MMRs.
This is true.
Indeed. Have you guys been playing a lot of party MMR?
I gave up after a lot of the Smurfs is the problem. So you think that people would stop being,
Goobers.
Goobers, exactly, in the top tier MMR, but it doesn't end. It doesn't end.
It never ends. I remember.
Never ends.
I was playing. Yeah, let me see if this can be an engagement.
Looks like maybe just a kill on fly here. Oh, 4 staffs. There's no way. Gets the ulti up, and it actually is doing a little bit of damage. Boat's going to come through, going to help Fly survive a little bit longer. Jabs has to actually get out of there. Impetus, will it be enough? It sure as hell is. They're going to try to turn it around now. Abed is getting melted down, but guess what? That is an Aegis, but the ulti used before, and, well, now just trying to right-click. Dubu does get a kill on Crit on the backside. Crit did have to buy back, still has the ulti. Impetus goes out, hits Ice. They're just going to try to hold Medusa in place, but guess what? Solar Crest from Ice continuously on this Medusa. Doesn't feel like they do that much damage. They're going to try to block him out. There's going to be a BKB. DJ just holding Arteezy in place, and now, didn't even use the ulti on Crit. Crit might just die. Going to try to permastun, but DJ has that BKB, and see you later, Crit. That's the second dieback this game for Crit, right?
Yeah, the Medusa mana burned the Enchantress. The Enchantress is like really the only threat for the Medusa, right? So once she's Solar Crested, there's really no other way to kill her. And over the course of that fight, the Enchantress got Mystic Snake twice, and then suddenly does no damage. And also, that's pretty funny, Abed got trapped by DJ's wards, so he was forced to TP to his own shrine just because he got trapped by his teammates' wards.
Whoa.
Once again, you saw smoke. Yo, Sumail. No
your
BKB.
Earthshaker's dead, bro.
He's dead. He's gone.
Yeah.
No buyback.
The reason I mentioned Earthshaker is because you're allowed to do what he just did if you have an Earthshaker, because you have the long-range cancel of the shackles.
He didn't. Was he X'd back?
No, he wasn't.
What? He just
Walked forward.
He just died.
He did what Fly did in the mid lane, where he's just like, "Excuse me, guys,
Coming through.
coming through."
This looks like it's just going to be 1 racks, if not 2 top. They know they can go up top as well.
EG is not looking like, I mean, Fnatic's obviously punishing, but this didn't, like, EG had this game, I felt like, in terms of, like, they were in control of the game, they were setting the tempo, and Fnatic just got like 3 or 4 crucial kills. Suddenly the momentum of the game shifted, and oh my god.
Oh man, talk about adding insult to injury.
Bold statements.
And now even the Ogre, I mean, it's a 33-minute Vlad, but it's flying out. Guess what? Get some damage, get some armor. Have fun, Abed.
Yeah, the value Voidstone on the Ogre for the mana regen.
Oh, and there's the... He loves it. That Midas. Already back up to 1.1k after buying a full Vlad's, and yep, that's going to be 2 full sets of racks.
Yo, this Ogre offlane is looking sick. It's actually,
what do you do?
It's like the dream hero for my concept of Dota, because you crush your lane, you're super tanky, you don't care about dying, you just walk in, and then you buy Midas, and suddenly all the rest of your goal for the entire game goes to teamfight items.
Look at his
and
level
so
15 and 20 talents. 350 health and 400 strength, or 40 strength. 800 health, dude.
Beast mode.
So what? That's 1150 health from talents?
Yeah, 1150. So it's a third of his HP pool right now is his talents.
Decent.
Plus the HP region. And he's just having a good time.
Yeah, they're going to find crit.
And they sure will. We'll get the stun off. We'll get another one. Do they want to try to do anything else? Now it looks like Crit will just die here.
He's got no buyback. That's the perfect kill. 45 seconds now to kill this tier 2 bot.
As BSJ said, they looked like EG was ahead, and then Fnatic, guess what? They make a couple of good fights. They take these... It feels like they're playing the map a lot better.
Again, just point to, it could be Dubu, finally having that, like, traditional shot caller, but don't forget... Yeah, of course. Coach March?
The coach in-game, yeah. Coach March as well.
I mean, he did take, Genespros. They really threw that game 4 in that qualifier against Mineski and SEA. Otherwise, you would have seen this brand new team made up of effectively a bunch of rejects.
Yeah.
They would just qualify to TI all of a sudden. Unfortunately, I was talking to Gunner, they did debate themselves. They got a DD, they were going to roast. Like, nah, we'll throne.
Everyone's been there. Every pro's been there at least once, I'm sure.
Unfortunately, some of us have been there. There's a stat. It's like probably like 20 times teams have come back from Mega Creeps in pro games, and 4 of them, I was on the losing team that had the Megas.
My philosophy is that if you're just never 1 game away from TI, you'll never lose the 1 game away from TI.
It's true. I've done that a few times too. I really, I find a lot of unique ways to lose. Anyone at home, you have new ways to lose, let me know. Let me try them out. I'm trying to really get the full smorgasbord.
And almost level 25. What do you take? You got the Scotty. You got. Do you take the man or do you take the modifier? It seems like I still see
modifier, man. You're so ahead. Although to your point, maybe you just need to stay alive, right?
I was told that the modifiers are better when you level them, and the mana's better late game.
No.
Because it's effectively like 2,500 health.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount.
It's all right. I think he might go mana this game just because they have no tools to burn it, and he's already doing plenty of damage.
Modifiers is like good against them. Mana's good for you.
Yeah.
Right? So like in this game, since he has this ogre and everything, why not just build everything for you to be the most powerful version of yourself?
Enemy Snakes are actually going to go in for it. Shadow Shaman will get hit, but Abed actually didn't. It was only a solo. Oh, Crit's already going to die. Now there's a BKB pop by Sumail, but guess what? Abed just stands his ground and fights. Fly is getting a nice juicy ulti, so no one can really fight into him. And it's a 1-for-1 trade.
But it's a
He's
buyback.
boots
No
to travel.
buyback.
Bye-bye boots to travel on Shaman, so he's in the fight.
He's ready. The wards did get cleared up already, but guess what? You don't have your crit
He's
ulti.
going to go BKB grip S4 in
Yeah,
a
I was
second.
going to say, he has BKB shackles.
I know he's in the area, but...
Yep. Got to play back. No more ultis from Earthshaker and Crystal.
You might not need to force this issue, though, if you're Fnatic. You don't have level 25 on Deuce, and he's so close.
You just have Vlad, Solar, Lotus, like, I don't know.
There's no crit, too. You're right.
We'll get torrented, slow it down a little bit. S4 will take control, but that illusion instantly dies. It looks like the last tier 3 will be falling here. 14k lead, in comes the boat. Creep wave does get cleared. I bet he just pops his BKB.
10-second BKB.
Sure, let's just kill this, and let's not. Let's get out.
Sure, let's kill this. Okay.
Never mind. See you later.
Psych.
That's the right call. Crit respawned. He's still just not quite 25. Roche up soon.
Yep, it is may respawn in about 5 here. We'll
You
see.
have the luxury to kind of just like pop that BKB too. Like, you don't need to, just play it safe. Don't let anything go wrong. He did take the modifiers.
Oh, it's a real quick Roche. It's literally already up.
Ooh. And have the
There's
courier
going to be
scouting
BKB. It might be over before then. We are going to be one. It's just going to be Fly. He will get found. Sentry ward on the ground.
it. And every hero in this game is important at 38 minutes. Like, even though it's just a 5 position.
He takes the modifier,
this,
by the way.
They might not need to do this, but I'm telling you, the Fnatic of the entire year does not make this play.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got him, guys. Let's go win the game. Maybe you do. Maybe you throw. This Fnatic,
Why not do this at this point,
Just-
right? Yeah.
you can't. They can't win. You can only lose.
Oh
and look
my
at that.
God.
A reward for their patience. It is a virtue after all.
What do you think better, a late game DD or a 2-minute DD?
Late game.
Late game always, yeah.
What if they made DD a 3 halves rune?
What do you mean?
You know, like it gave you 50% instead of double damage. It'd still be really good.
Your fractions are way off, dude.
What do you mean, 3 halves? Okay, it's like a 50% rune instead of a DD rune. Why does it have to be double, you know? Like, double's so much.
That's a good question. It is a decent amount.
I'm just saying, like, if they, like,
That'd be
everyone
weird.
everyone
Like, what would the
complains about
rune be
DD.
called then? Instead of double damage
A
rune. That'd be the
3/2
tough.
rune,
A
is
3
it?
halves rune. It'd be a rough one.
I'm so. What? Never mind. Force Staff Glimmer on the AA. We just saw. Nice supporting effort from
Dude,
Dubu.
And 1.8k in the bank. Fly, meanwhile, close to that BKB. Has gotten some good ults off, but
So, I will say, Grant, you seem. We'll see. We'll talk about it at the end of the game. Not going high ground.
yep. And they look to win. Abed, look at this. He's just right-clicking Sumail. Get a drop? No. Get
He's
it
got
just
the
back
Moon
up.
Shard, too. So he's literally got Bloodlust, Solar Crest, and Moon Shard.
Second. Whoa, there's going to be an ulti on the backside. They will hit onto 2 of them. Will they even be able to bring down the Ember? Not quite yet. BKB gets popped. Crit. See you later. Arteezy gets hexed immediately, and Abed is just eating them all alive. GG's not called quite yet. They are just going to force all the buybacks. Sumail, guess what? This Eye of Scotty, it's just slowing him the entire time. See you later, Abed. Are they going to give him the Rampage? Fly. Oh,
Give
and
it
there's the
to him,
sentry.
baby.
There's the rampage.
Double
Are we going to
rampage.
double rampage? No GG's called quite yet. They're going to try to make it away, but no, it's not going to happen. Here comes another
Give him the
double
triple.
rampage. Will there be a triple Sumail? He's sitting there in the base. Will they be able to find him? It is both, though. He's going to be quite tanky in here, but they're still trying. Abed, he's looking for it, but I
Gotta
think
get
the game's going to end, and it does.
They tried so hard to get him the triple Rampage. You got to respect
Yeah,
the
and-
team camaraderie there.
You do. And
They are
Fnatic,
feeling themselves.
Dude, they are looking...
Heck of a
It is
game,
looking
heck
good.
of a
I mean,
finish.
these first 4
Fnatic
games we've watched,
versus
it seems
Evil
pretty one-sided
Geniuses.
from both teams.
A lot of people weren't expecting that. Is Fnatic good? Is EVG bad? Who knows? You can stick around on Stream C to see what the best brains in NA have to offer in terms of analysis. But here on the multicast, we want to keep your eyes glued on the Dota. On Stream A, we're figuring out Vici Gaming versus RNG. approaching on VG Gaming, making a pretty solid case for a game 2 and winning that entire series. On stream D, we've got OG versus Na'Vi. Into game 2, OG had taken game 1. But we're going to take you to stream B, which is NIP versus Virtus Pro. Let's take you there right now.
He got so much.
Yeah.
And the last guy was a guy with a 4-kill streak. You can't really ask for more.
And they didn't use Ravage. They didn't use Black Hole.
No. And that's what I mean. Like, when the Wraith King dies bottom the first time, you have to make a choice. Either you defend and you TP your lineup in, or it's like, okay, he's dead. And you let that guy die, and that's it. But instead, they TP in one guy. That guy also dies. They still lose the tower. And then they end up getting caught when they're split pushing too afterwards with the Mirana. So it's like, it's kind of 2 mistakes in one that just is really, really impactful for this game in the progression of Kunkka, especially.
We've got some new items up on the field. So BKB
Moonlight.
has, Moonlight Shadow up. Looking for the Blink Dagger initiation for the counter one. That's what Pasha wants to do. Ravage is ready. The arrow will connect. Kunkka. Okay, they're going to let Ramses die. He's got 7-1 charges, won't use them, and this is the difference.
Right back the other way.
Yeah, because you also lost solo. Like, this is not how they want to begin a fight, so they just dodged the fight entirely.
Yeah. And it kind of ambitious push from VP when you think about it. Their sniper was jungling at the same time. So they're 4 heroes down here. They're playing into Moonlight. They don't place a single offensive ward that they got information out of for this play. And you just got to respect that Mirana play is always there. So if you get spotted on any ward walking in, you can get countered pretty easily.
It's actually
good stuff from NIP here.
Such an interesting box as well from NIP with the ward placements they've got. Straight up around the corner. The sentry ward's only, like, it doesn't even see the one up on the hill.
The hill ward is super good. He needs to realize that there is even the possibility of this ward to vortex it.
More trouble. Once again, the Ancient Apparition having a hard time. The arrow actually spawned at the very last moment in for him.
Has BKB on time.
On Doom,
doesn't need it. False promise.
Wow, that's not what you're expecting. I don't know if that was totally necessary.
I think it's okay. He could have maybe waited a little bit longer to see the development of the fight, but it's all right. It's the first. Peter just wants to use his spells, man. Like,
yeah,
he hasn't used false promise in the whole game. And now he's like, finally.
If I'm lowest net worth, I can still have some kind of use. I'm just wondering
how...
He's
been setting up a lot of kills. He's actually played a really good game so far. It's just, you know, when you're Oracle, you really want to cast False Promise. It's kind of your hero at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm False Promise and I'm Medic.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean any kind of kills. The Virtus Pro have their double Blink Daggers now. So both Pasha as well as Roger have completed them up. No one's still working his way towards his BKB, and Ramses... I was actually wondering what item choice he'd go for. He's gone for Radiance on this Kunkka.
Yeah, I don't think he would have done that if he didn't get the 3 kills. I think he would have gone for something else. But now the timing is good enough still that he feels pretty good about it. And yeah, like you said, the daggers, what you want now in VP, you probably want a BKB on the Enigma, just because if you can blink BKB Black Hole the Doom +1, you can't get countered. There's nothing that stops Black Hole except Doom. There's an OD save and there's an Oracle save, but there's still, the Black Hole is still set up for a good fight for you, even if they get saved.
Interesting Moonlight Shadow. It's like they were expecting someone to be fighting up on top lane.
Bounty runes.
Yeah, 20-minute mark, but no one's going to be there. So it's a straight up 2-2 trade up.
No one is farmed.
Yeah.
He has to be, though.
But yeah, so is the rest of NIP's cores. The rest of VP's cores aren't looking that fantastic. It's just the fact that Roger's got so much money that keeps the net worth sort of in reach.
Yeah, and considering that this is a sniper that's been free farming and has a Midas with cooldown reduction talent, he's not very far ahead right now. Wraith King's game has been good. He has Midas Radiance and 1k to boot, so probably a dagger we'll see from Ace, maybe? They do have a dagger on OD, so they can choose that as their catch, but then you don't have it as a save. If he's going to blink Astral into Arrow, if that's how you're going to initiate every fight, you kind of limit yourself. Doom is getting blinked too, though, so that's going to help.
Yeah, maybe you just turn it into having like more sustain, more control from the Wraith King.
I still like the dagger on Wraith. We'll see.
Oh. Ramsey just wants to push out the lane in relative safety, hence the X mark. But I don't think Ace really wants to have anything to do with this at all.
You just know they've muted them. You know it.
It's like, go, ready. Nah, we're good. We're good. How do we know to go?
I was thinking about all chatting VP ready. I was tempted, but let's wait. Let's wait and see.
Someone has to take it for the team and be unmuted. Like, somebody has to. Or else we'll literally sit here forever waiting to go. So there's the BKB for the sniper, which will come on the courier in just a second. Just trying to get some attention, right? Ready? No. Muted.
Anything they can to communicate.
Get their attention.
Sorry, guys. The multicast is a no pause zone. I can't be having this on my stream, so let me give you a quick update on what's happening elsewhere. Stream A, still moving forward with Vici Gaming versus RNG. And Stream D, we are getting started, as you can see, with OG versus Na'Vi. And Stream C, we will be having our third series coming up very shortly. It will be LGD versus Teen. Right now, you can just stare at these beautiful flowers. But just wanted to give you a quick update as we are in this pause of Virtus Pro versus NIP. We'll take you back right there.
Right now, he has to ask the question of NIP, have you muted every single player from Virtus Pro?
The thing is, it's honestly, I don't blame them for doing it, because this kind of chat spam can get annoying, it can get loud, it can mess up your own communication. It's like, we just want to play the game. We don't want to listen to your chat lines. Fair enough. Like, you can mute them out and play your game.
Because there's no separate
but then
function.
we need someone to tell them.
You can't mute chat lines and not mute chat, right? Like there's no function that allows you to do that.
No, the way you mute the chat lines is text. It's the text mute.
Okay.
So it mutes all text in the game as well, because it's coded in as it's a text line in the game, right? It gets posted in the chat log. So yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe something worth changing. But hey, OG wouldn't have won TI without it, right? So maybe that's one of those things you want to keep in the game.
Oh, Peter asks if they're ready. Okay.
Go. Was it Virtus Pro that hit the up pause? Yeah, it is.
They
solo.
didn't know he said go.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's the way it has. It has to be NIP initiated conversation now. I think Virtus Pro worked it out too. Pat yourself at the back, boys.
That was good timing. Worked it out. Yay!
Boy. All right, well, Blink Dagger's up for the Doombringer. Blink Dagger's up for the Wraith King. So there's your jump initiation arriving in twofold for NIP.
You know what voice line we need?
What? What, Send? What?
We need that. How do you explain this? It's like that. It's used in like a lot of YouTube content or whatever. The one with like a group of kids going yay together. You know what I'm talking about? Yay! We need that. That's like the ta-da of that moment there. It's like, they resumed. Yay!
Sorry, let me just...
Maybe you don't get it. It's fine.
No,
it's fine if you don't know which one it is. It's a very iconic sound for me, okay?
Okay.
It's iconic. You probably know it.
I know it. I'm just trying to think, like, hey, I wonder who owns the copyrights for that.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, there's a lot of things which could be used, but does Valve get to own the rights to everything? Maybe
They have a kid invoker. He can invite his friends, and then they can make that sound.
Yay!
You know, let's go.
That's it.
It's within reach.
It's like Sin. All you need to do is replicate it.
Uh-oh.
Bottom lane.
He's got his Radiance flying in.
Imprisonment. Arrow flies forward.
Oh,
Whoa.
that was really
right
on the
edge.
Didn't really matter. I think that could have missed instead anyway. Wraith King Blink Dagger stun, so no problem.
Hey, I'm just thinking that the arrow, with the way it works, like if you don't hit him with a frontal spear, like is it really an arrow hit? Because you like if you're clipped with like the back feathers of an arrow, does that like you get tickled, you don't get stunned?
Yeah, but then you think about how's that possible in real life. Then you realize that's not possible.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Logic and Dota. I can't put the two of these things together.
It's a magical arrow. There's a lot of things in Dota that are magic. And the way
is physical.
The way the arrow works is not about getting hit by the... Holy, that was loud.
Wait, I thought that got changed.
It's not about getting hit by the tip. It's about getting hit by the arrow. If you get hit by the arrow at all, it stuns you. That's it. There you go. Magic explanation is always very useful.
All I remember that was part of the changelog like a week ago. It's like multiple things getting hit now doesn't have the huge sound effect.
That did.
Tied anchor smash against, I think it was like 12 skeletons,
Yep,
as
that
well as a
sound
couple of
was
creeps. That was a good pop.
Yeah. That one can stay.
Oh, here comes Virtus Pro.
Oh, Blink Ravage.
Smirked up, running in with a Blink Ravage, and the Ice Blast is all gonna hit. And maybe Fada into the back lines can do something about this. Maybe he wants to trigger a BKB. Maybe he just wants to get the hell out of here. Maybe he just wants to die.
Yeah,
Ramses gets a triple kill.
he can't even BKB TP out because of the black hole. So that's a crucial move from VP. NIP probably felt in a good position. They had like the high ground position. They were standing up there, and then the smoke's just beautiful. And yeah, like you said, 3 more kills for him. He's 7 and 8. Like, when do you actually see this on a carry, like ever, in this kind of game?
But
it's pretty weird.
When do you see this on Ramses after what was a terrible start at the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
And he's still not in the top 4 net worth, and he's got 7 kills and 8 deaths.
Yeah.
Because all those deaths were in the early game, like almost every single one of them. But he's got 7 out of 9 of the kills in Virtus Pro. Now top lane, Ace jumps in, easy initiation. The minions do the work because real kings don't do that work themselves.
No, just walk away. Let your little guys do it.
My people will kill your people, and then everyone has people. Pasha, you got the bounty rune.
Let's play some Dota.
Let's not listen to this because it's muted.
Scotty close to done on no one. He's got like 1,300 to go-ish. Bit more, 1,500.
Hiding of NIP is going to get very interesting then, especially if they don't get that blink jump correct.
Yeah. This honestly is not as clear-cut of a game as last game in terms of how you just felt in the last game that eventually NIP, unless something great happens, they were going to run into trouble. In this game, they could win this really late too. They have the tools. It's all about who gets the jump, who has the vision, getting the Doom on Tide or Enigma, and fighting around them when they don't have those big ultis.
Being pushed back for the moment. But NIP are fine with that. Long stun arrow over on Roshan. Begins the fight. Ace again. He has his peasants to do the work. Feeding into Roshan.
Marana with the Solar Crest.
Solar's like, I'm going to put an Observe Ward up. Wait, why have I got 2 sentries here to kill? Oh, damn it. Going for the second sentry's going to kill me. It's next level. Play. Ace finds it.
And back to Rush. Now they don't have Ice Blast to scout with. Not back to Rush?
Well, they got Ravage up
Back
in
to
3 seconds timed, and so maybe they want to do it, but the BKB's coming in for Roger. They're going to have to kill Roshan pretty fast.
NIP or VP can't win this fight unless multiple heroes stack in the pit. I don't think the fight is really possible. Like they're gonna have to initiate in, find a good black hole. Wraith King will still have ulti, and
It's not gonna
they
happen.
don't have an AA blast. This is just not.
They're on the other side of the map. What are they waiting for? They're waiting for OD to come over?
Yeah, they want Fox to get the Aegis.
Okay. So, OD protected. Love how he goes for his movement speed as well over the null increase. Just backpacking the null.
Yeah, I like that too. I think the move speed's probably more valuable. Which is a bit weird when you think about it, because the null costs twice as much, but or almost 3 times as much.
It just feels like it's less efficiency, right? But what you need. So BKB's done for no one. Ramses is working on his own.
Oh, it's actually only twice as much.
And
Okay.
with all these BKBs, you crunching the math now?
Yeah.
With all these BKBs, it does start to limit the effect of Fada. But that's why he's going in for this Blink Scythe. Can't use BKB if you're turned into a pig. And smoke up from NIP.
Okay, this is a big moment.
They move towards mid. Pasha. Let's see how fast his reaction can come in. He's not feeling right about something. So they come back underneath their own Observer and Sentry. Roger's taking care of the bottom, but no one's adding pressure. And now Ace, it's Solo again. With a blink forward, there's no way Solo can survive. Goes for the Cold Feet as well, the Vortex
BKB.
instantly taken off. And with the BKB from no one, they work with the Ravage to bring down first the OD, to break through the Agassi Maul, and Roger hits the black hole. 33 is trapped in here. The ship will come in as well. Fada, he's just got no life. He's got no movement speed. Ace ran around the back lines, but now no one can just change his target. Try and kite out Ace. Ace has to just BKB and TP away to safety. Assassination will give the extra damage to get this kill over onto 33. Tries to juke inside the fog of war of Roshan, but Roger jumps forward. No one's turn to get the triple kill. And that's a nice way to now go 4-0-6 on this sniper and definitely hit number 1 in net worth.
Yeah. Almost got Mjolnir now. That's you know, it's one of those moments where I don't know if NIP know about Roger's BKB, but that's the game changer or the fight changer right there, right? Like there's the respawning hero and there's the Doom that is standing next to the grave, so he just casts Black Hole in good time. They combo it with the Ghost Ship and just follow through with all of their spells. Very nicely coordinated from VP. And that's a big win. They got multiple kills. They take the mid tower. No one BKBs to TP out. Wow. Whoops. It happens.
Hey, safety.
It was pretty big in that moment, actually, that when Fata blinked up, because he saw the sniper after the AA kill, no one BKB'd when Fata blinked in to banish him. So Fata was caught in this awkward limbo in between and kind of just ended up having no impact in the fight because of it. If no one gets banished there by OD, Fata can reconsider and reposition himself and change his approach to the fight, but wasn't given that luxury.
30-minute bounty runes. Hey, Solo, would you mind being the sacrificial one?
Hey, dude, you want to pull him back next time?
It's all fine. It's fine. It's just Solo. He can die again for that.
The moment he gets stunned, you get him the hell out of there. There's no way he gets that rune.
Man, he's actually,
come on, man.
He's actually in the running for the Belk Award. He's 0-10 if Virtus.pro is capable of winning this game. But, my God, he's hitting hard.
A lot of his deaths have been good, though, in this game. Have to...
It's always for a purpose.
You have to remember how many of his deaths have actually kept cores alive. He's tanked arrows for his teammates. He's tanked smokes.
Pulling forward.
It's good.
Nice imprisonment. The arrow's too far away, though, so you'll need to have Wraith King also jump. And they don't want to do that. Instead, it goes the opposite direction. The jump comes in once again from Pasha with the Ravage. Ace's TP out will not complete in time, so the reincarnation will burn. Ice Blast will have no effect, but Ace cannot walk away. No one with a double kill. Assassination flies forward, but it's just Asuka running into the trees.
No one is so strong.
Yeah.
Wow.
At least Suxa was able to escape. Upside. But no, yeah, no one's pumping out so much damage. And what does he get next? He's already attacking so hard and fast.
Yeah, you buy some damage, I think. Buy a damage item. Daedalus might be good. You have the attack speed from Mjolnir. I think Daedalus is really good here, actually. Probably the best item. Let's see. And again, another... Like, you gotta be on your toes as an IP. If you stack up your heroes just a little bit wrong, you get Blink Ravaged like that, fight's over. Peter can't get caught. He needs to play behind heroes, and they need to make space for him to fight. If Oracle ever presents himself, it's so easy to just make the snap decision to go in, because then the save is dead, and you can just continue to roll through the fight with Sniper in the back lines.
Sniper's going to go for Lincoln Sphere as well.
That's very defensive.
And
BKB Lincoln Scotty?
You're getting another one over on the Tidehunter too, so it's double Lincolns on the way for VP.
Maybe he's like, the only way I die is if I get hexed by OD, right? But that can still happen when you have a Lincolns. If you blink Astral instant hexes, you still need to be pretty quick on your fingers to react to that one. If OD comes out of the fog, he's going to catch you off guard.
Unless they end up just giving like both Lincolns over.
Oh, he changed his mind. He's going Satanic. I don't like this. I honestly don't like the Lincolns that much here. I think it's good he changed his mind, but I don't know if I would have changed the Satanic either.
And IP's coming for the fight. PPD. First man up, first man down. Observer and Sentry's being planted. Alright, they're just going to do the dewarding. And
Solo.
Once again on the front lines.
No.
Ace jumps in. Number 11.
Did you see that crit? 777. He's got the jackpot on that one. And Solo is 0-11. Okay.
Yeah.
9 more to go.
He'll get there. I believe in miracles. Actually, I have never actually given a full Melk Award out since the initial Melk Award.
Yeah, I don't think it's happened in a competitive game.
Let alone TI.
Yeah, well.
Sure. Smoke underneath the ob, so NIP. Good information. Know that Roger and Pasha are waiting for an opportunity. As they Moonlight Shadow underneath the Dire Observer Ward. There is the Gem of True Sight over on Tidehunter, but they're using the arrows to just check the trees.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And time just keeps ticking by, waiting for Roshan. He may respawn in 40 seconds time. Then we'll see the real counter.
NIP are losing all their wards.
Yeah. And problem when you put down your observer and sentry, then you see an observer and sentry, you're going to lose everything. And another Mirana with another Aghanim, except a BKB from Ramses.
Yes, too.
Really wants to kill off Doom, and okay, he uses it after he gets X mark back.
He's too fast.
And I think Ace is looking for another kill over on Solo. He's coming forward to do the warding. The arrow flies forward, doesn't connect on its target.
Solo might think there's a ward now with that arrow flying in. He put down a sentry, but there's no ward. So.
And they're so paranoid as well about going for these bounties. Both the bounties on bottom can go to Suxa.
Oh, he could have checked that rune, actually.
I think he's also paranoid. Like, they only saw one hero showing up on top.
Yeah.
And as you said, like, the vision is gone. So, what do? You go back, you continue to farm. You got Naganim, Septa, Mirana for our second time today.
I love this assassinate talent. It's so good. Like, the way it sounds when you cock up the gun and then shoot it right away is so perfect. It's like click, click, boom, right away.
Yeah, that was a fun song. We always used to play that song. And the old, well, before copyright. I mean, wait, copyright always existed.
Before copyright.
Before we cared about copyright. Alright, so NIP. Look towards Roshan. Virtus Pro should look towards that bottom bounty rune. They'll probably be very surprised once they realize it's still there.
Yeah, I'm going to see it eventually. I think no one's going to run through it now. And we're like, hey.
Hey, oh, money. Sure. I'll take that 112 for everybody. And NIP is so cautious about going for Roshan, and you can't blame them. Like, there's so many huge AoE abilities that can just destroy them if they get into a choke position. That's why Ace is just never-ending army of minions inside the jungle getting information. Now the Scythe is completed on OT, so they bought the time for Fada.
And this Roshan is really the big thing to look out for both teams. They're not going to let it go.
Yeah.
The big thing right now is getting useful vision, and NIP have secured themselves good vision over the top rune area and a bit of vision leading into the river. So they should know if VP are trying to do something, and VP on the other side have their own defensive ward on their side of the river, and then they have a ward that oversees mid so they don't get backstabbed, and they have a ward top that's got 4 minutes left on it, actually. That gives them some pretty good info too. And it's kind of just about like who gets useful info first.
What gone?
Well, that's one down.
Plus 250 for Pasha.
Yep.
Advantage of having a gem. Alright, Moonlight Shadow, but they do it right on top of the Dire Observe ward in front
They
of
might
the
still
Tier 1
get a
tower.
Doom off on Tide. Maybe.
Pasha is close, but now 33.
That is greedy.
Wow.
Wow,
Actually,
that's so greedy.
he's going to BKB anyway. And now
Oh my. I can't believe you just did that. That's actually the greediest thing I've seen today. Wow, dude.
Irish flying forward once again. Ramses finds himself a target, but defensive imprisonment. Save is available. And I found a way that no one's able to, Solo's able to survive. He just sits back behind the tier 2 tower. That's on the other side of the map you can play.
He's still pretty useful to his team, though. He's got a Glimmer Cape and Ice Vortex. I think that's a kind of a criminally underrated spell, actually. When we talk about AA, people put, you know, focus mainly on the Cold Feet and the Ice Blast, but Vortex is a sick skill. Even level 1 is such a great value point. It costs 40 mana, and it's a 15% slow that gives vision and gives magic amp. In a pretty big area. And he took the cooldown reduction talent, so he can have 10 of these at a time. Right now, if he casts them non-stop. He does not have mana for that. But in theory...
If he actually had items, then he might be able to do this.
He's eyeing an Ags. I don't know about that.
Maybe they feel this game's going to go on that long.
I guess it's good for outlasting Oracle ulti. That might be why he's buying it.
You see 33, like he's like, okay, I know what I need for this late game. Like I need a Negative Scepter as well over on the Doombringer. Getting a Fistblade build up from Ace. Fada's going in for Shivas after having Hex. PPD's just dreaming of a better world.
Yeah.
But I always love this with Miranas, like these 4-position Miranas that we've seen now 2 of today, where you're just able to get Saxo now, like a Blink Dagger, an Aghanim Scepter, nuke a creep wave, and he can just solo push everything. And it won't matter if Roger has Eidolon conversions. They're all going to die.
Yep.
40-minute bounty runes again. Got it.
Why did Kunkka just say welcome back to Tide? You're supposed to hate him.
Well, obviously they have to play on the same team, so they've managed to put the differences behind themselves.
Only for a moment.
Only, yeah.
But yeah, winning is fun, so it's probably worth it. Any big talents coming up, actually? So no one's got 25, and he took the attack range. Nobody else is 25. So the next one's coming up, Kunkka 25, probably going to take the Ghost Ship Fleet. And tied with a 250 damage or 25% CDR. Both talents are really good. And for the other side, Wraith King will more than likely take the Blast.
The Reincarnation cast Wraith Fire
The Wraith
Blast.
Fast.
The Wraith.
Yeah, okay.
Death Fast.
He doesn't have good enough cores for the Vampiric Aura.
They're going in. How quick can VP do this under the cover of smoke? NIP. They're close. Here comes the arrow. Flies forward. Just short of no one. So Roshan down to 50%. Trying to get rid of the illusion so he doesn't see the information inside the pit. Another arrow flies in. This one will connect over on Sniper. Ace jumps in. Fada with the BKB. Where's the extra help? You're already going to lose no one, or are you? The Roger! Black Hole is doing the work, but no one. He also got stunned up by Roshan. He's trying to attack through this. London's attempting to his work with the Ravage. They're buying the time. Doom is the first one to die out of all of this. Buyback now to come thick and fast after Rame's got himself a double kill. And PPD holding a Roger in position with a follow-up stun. They maybe have enough damage to get the kill. Yes, they do with the Infernal Blade. Roshan still so low on life, 880 HP. Virtus Pro, they're doing everything they can. Now Mirana, leap in, she'll get hit. Ace is back in again. You've already lost the Mirana. The kill, it goes the way of the Radiant. 33's got the Aegis to the Immortal. They'll stand their ground. The Torrent connects over on 3.
Oh my God.
They just go up, and then they come down just as hard. Aegis doesn't mean jack, it just means you get to die again.
Oh, that Ice Blast, dude. That was... Oh... Depending on who you cheer for, you either hate or love to see it. I don't really cheer for anyone. I just want to see good spellcasting. That was... Oh, man. That's so satisfying.
You know what? At the end of this game, like, I'd actually like to watch that replay again. Like, I'm fairly certain we can bring that up. Save it for the archives.
There were so many things in that fight. I'm guessing we might... Let's see if the game actually ends here.
Yeah, the game may end. There's 3 heroes who do not have buyback for over a minute.
So the main thing I want
to work this out. They just and they do it. They just go straight for the tier 4 towers.
Yeah.
They understand the buyback conditions because they actually burnt them for that fight. So this is the game. This is Virtus Pro winning this.
Game ogre.
Yep.
Wow, that was a sick fight. There were so many cool things in that fight from both teams, really.
And then the instant hit on Ace as he came into. They hit PPD in the back line. Solo will take care of him. He actually ends up finishing this game with kills. But GG, well played. Virtus Pro will 2-0 NIP. But as we get our victory screen, we'll ask our production to actually bring us back to that team fight because, my God.
Yeah, we're going to
Here
get
we
it.
go.
Okay, so pay attention to no one in this fight. Look at his health. He has a Satanic.
Virtus
dodges the
Pro,
first arrow.
definitely that second game was a lot more even than the first one, but Virtus Pro is still victorious with the 2-0 here over Ninjas in Pajamas. Strong start, of course, from them, as we are almost at our halfway point here at the International 2019. I'm Shiver. I'm here with Tsunami and Gunner, and we're gonna just quickly touch base on what has happened over the last couple of hours, and we're gonna, look forward a little bit of what is still to come here in this first day of group stages. Gentlemen, I first want to hear your reactions of this morning because, Gunner, we've had a crazy morning actually.
We have, yeah.
What was the craziest moment for you?
I think the most important game was the newbie Liquid series. That was a 2-0 for a newbie, and I don't think anyone expected that. Most people probably went in thinking a 2-0 for Liquid.
Yeah.
They got second place at the last major, and newbies N8, and it's known as a weaker region compared to everyone. So I think that was a big one for them. Confidence booster. Going in the game.
Speaking of 2-0s, Evil Genius is getting 2-0'd by Fnatic. That was definitely a surprise of the first half of the day for me. I don't really know what to make of it. I don't know if that means that Fnatic's really good or EG are just really bad.
Because that was my next question. Because it's, there's one thing a team can overperform, teams can underperform. In both of these cases, what happened? Was it newbie overperforming? Was it Liquid underperforming? EG over under? What was it?
I think.
Take the newbie one.
Yeah, I think newbie is going to do better than people believe they are. I think they have confidence going into the tournament. They kind of snowballed and stomped the whole NA open qualifiers and the closed qualifiers.
Yeah.
And so they have had relatively good success going into the tournament. I believe a 2-0 of that caliber is going to make them do much better. So I think they should be looking good going to the further rounds of the tournament.
Yeah, and we all know EG, they're a slow starter.
We do know EG.
Yeah.
Slow starter, lower bracket kings. Maybe they're going to get third, except it's going to be third from the bottom, not third from the top, if the way that this group is panning out. It was just day one, just match one. It's all good. I'm happy to see that Fnatic is actually performing, though, because at the end of the end of this season, they were not looking good. They mostly, it's like whenever you're in a class and they're like, you can drop your lowest 3 grades or something like that. Fnatic got all their high grades at the beginning of the season, and then they just flunked out everything else. But they came through, made some roster changes, and it looks like it's bringing them success.
It's working so far, and we have only had 2-0 so far today. Am I right?
Yeah.
So far,
there was one close one, Keen versus TNC, but
Keen, that's pretty bad.
Keen, they were tilted off the face of the earth after that one.
But luckily, they all get a series to, recover and go back.
Best of twos, no big deal.
No big deal.
It's a group stage.
You can lose a series here or there.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to lose in the early. I think you can learn from your losses. I think it's team by team how they take the losses. Some teams take losses better.
Yeah.
Some teams get really disheartened from their losses. So I think the emotional state of the team is very important. But I think most of the teams here so far are kind of stable, and that loss won't hurt them that much, and they keep going.
So I also want to quickly touch on the DOTA being played out. We're not going to go all in depth on the meta and all that, but the DOTA being played, we do want to quickly see what type of DOTA is played, because that's always the question. You come into the International, we haven't seen the teams for a while. Everybody's been scrimming, has been developing their own little metas and own strategies. We saw a legit techies ban in the first series of the day, 2 of them even.
Well, that's secret, though. You banning techies against secret, like you can ban literally anything against secret, they'll probably play it.
Yeah. But what have we been seeing? Because even the games that were one-sided lasted fairly long, Gunner.
I think Alchemist is kind of a top priority hero right now. People are banning Alch in the first phase, or A for the Alch in the first phase, and banning the Alch. Also, the Ags changes recently for Roshan giving Ags is making games go longer. Teams are prioritizing map control and trying to choke out people rather than getting mech timing, going for the high ground push, getting a Rosh. So they're kind of just closing the game off.
It's like the slow siege.
Yeah.
So what were your predictions for in the compendium, most banned, most picked?
I thought Grim was going to be kind of a higher value.
Okay.
I think Dark Willow is probably going to be the most high value right now.
Yeah, she's sleeping right now, though. I haven't seen too much of her.
Alliance picked her both games, I believe, in the first phase.
They did.
Taiga did great on it, too.
Yeah.
He correct.
He had some nice
they
fears.
didn't win
Got
their
like
games
a
that
5-man
series.
terrorize.
He
That was
stole
amazing.
Aegis with a fear.
Yeah.
That was...
And then what was your most banned pick?
Most banned? I said Chen, but I think that's
okay,
probably going to
said
be
Chen
a weaker hero this tournament right now.
Yumi and Fogged are all looking at these first few games and we're like, where's the Chen bans? But I guess teams just don't feel confident with them right now.
Yeah, I think there's also... Armor's really strong right now. A lot of people are buying phase boots on a lot of heroes, Medallion, Solar Crests. Ring of Basilius is kind of making a comeback for some faster heroes, so the Chen creeps are getting a little weaker. They don't do as much no magical damage, right? Only physical. So the heroes are taking less damage from him. He snowballs less in the early game. So I don't think he's going to be that popular right now.
Yeah.
At the same time, we've only seen a couple of games so far. We're going to have a whole group stage, and we're only like 20%, not even. We're like 10% in, 15%.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm very bad at math.
Just getting our feet wet right now.
We still have a lot of games. So let's look ahead and see what is happening for the rest of the day, because we are only at our halfway point. And right now, on Stream A, we are going to head into Liquid versus Chaos in a little bit. Later is going to be RNG Virtus Pro, Secret Liquid. Secret Liquid, just glancing over
Just
that.
casual group stage matches, no big deal.
I think all games coming up are actually very exciting, but some are a little more exciting than others.
Sure.
And I want to hear from what you guys have as your series to watch, Gunnar.
I have the LGD versus TNC game. I think TNC has been on the rise the whole season. They got Heen as their new coach. Ever since that, they've been increasing in skill, I think. The last major, they did pretty well.
Yep.
I think LGD needs to prove themselves a lot more. They've been doing fairly good, but I think it's both teams' chances to prove themselves as a top team in this tournament.
I'm going to go for the easy option, because I don't want to put too much brain power into this. Liquid Chaos. What are you doing wasting my time with this? Trying to make it seem like it's no big deal when we go to that game? I think there's a lot to talk about with that game.
All right, I didn't make it a big deal for Liquid Secret, but Liquid Chaos.
Liquid Chaos. No, I don't care about the quality of DOTA. I care about the quality of drama.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're on the right turf for that one.
There we go.
Yes. You have also been with everybody for the multicast over the last couple of hours, but you're off right now. You're passing on the ball.
I'm cooling off. I'm going on cooldown for right now, but you will be in the very confident hands of Nahaz as he will take over my duties, is showing you what's going on all 4 of these different streams if you stay here on the multicast.
Yeah, stay here on the multicast. The featured game is going to be Liquid Chaos, but I'm sure that Nahaz can tell you all about that.
Well, thank you very much, Cheever, and wonderful job, gentlemen. We are halfway home, our first day of action here at the group phase at TI9. And as you can see on screen, we have 4 games going concurrently for much of the group stage here. We are going to take you now, though, to Stream A, where all of a sudden we have a very significant matchup. Liquid upset 2-0 in their first match of the day, with the other 3 top teams in their group holding serve. They are under a lot of pressure, and they're facing up against their former player, Matumbaman, now playing on Team Chaos. Bringing you all the action. We're going to hop around here as the games continue, but for now, here are OD, Pixel, and Fogged.
Just right click.
Yeah, you're probably just able to get the extra. Yeah, you're probably just able to get a little bit extra. The denies and stuff like that, right? Just a little bit extra, because you have more base damage, even though you're getting decrypt.
Let's have a look as we get ourselves introduced to the team. Kuroki on the Shadow Demon, Mind Control.
And it is, okay, they're running the aggro-aggressive tri-lane, putting the Sanking actually in a bottom lane versus this Enchantress, so even just avoiding the Ench anyway.
Okay. Well, that's GH. Wow, let's see, startled there, GH. Look at that picture. Whoa. These pictures are great. We are.
I like it. I like a lot that it has the hero also.
To battle.
Yeah,
it's a small thing, but it's
Misery. He's gonna shoot us. That's violent, Misery. He's giving us the finger, and he's ready to give them the finger this game. Matu. There you go. He's looking happy. He's happy with the Chaos lads. He's happy to be in a bit of a different place. But man, he's over the moon. Overjoyed on the Pangolier. Who have we got next? Kezu sliding in to your DMs on his Enchantress. VT Faded, keeping it cool on the Lifestealer. No messing around from this man. He's ready to show you what he's made of course. And one of the names that you probably wouldn't recognize the least, one of the newer pickups.
Yeah.
Overall, obviously he has been with them for at least a month or so now. He looked very strong in the EU qualifiers.
Yeah, when he was playing, he was like one of the few people to play PL, right?
Yeah.
And he was very dominant on the hero.
He was. There was some great showings from him. So we'll see what he can do this game on the Lifestealer.
And immediately we have a quick lane swap that happened. We saw Kezu, he identified that the Sanking was bottom, and so he moved himself toward top to be matched up here. But also, there's a lot of damage coming out here, a lot of magicals, so Kezu could definitely get pressured quite a bit. So I think actually just got to go immediately onto him. Misery.
Stop.
Got the heal out, though, for Kezu. They've got some body blocks coming in, but with that, should be just fine.
Yeah, Nature's Attendant So it's going to make it hard for you to get that first kill, even with the 3 of them.
Yeah. It's going to have some struggle to farm up here, though. This top lane for Chaos does seem like it's going to be problematic. That means Miracle's going to get great farm on the Lesh. Mind Control should be able to get it. Should be able to get stuff down bottom anyway, because he's a Sand King. You can always just play around that Sandstorm, because I don't believe they had any sentries.
But for Chaos, at least this is the intended lane setup, right? They don't mind sort of suffering on top because they're giving a good time for the lifestealer.
Yeah, definitely. Mid lane is actually Matu's getting a ton of denies. Wow. He's playing it super well with the D-Creps, actually. I could have been wrong about this matchup. I haven't seen this one since the change in TA, so.
I mean, because D-Crep it's pretty spammable, right? It's
yeah, I think
15-second corner, 3.5 seconds. You know, if you set up the creeps right, you can get a whole wave during that 3.5 seconds.
It's a crazy long duration.
3.5 seconds, and the mana cost, I mean, there barely is any, right? It's only 60 mana, that's nothing.
That's actually pretty true. Maybe with like the levels building up, then the TA should go, but no, I mean, Matu's doing great in this one, so yep, looks like I was wrong.
See up top, another attempt's going to be made onto Kezu. So again, though, has the heal going. It is extra time where Kezu and Misery both just being forced away from that top lane. Kezu really still yet to get a look in on a wave.
Yeah, and instead of going for untouchable in this lane, since it's so much magic damage, he goes for getting the creep, and he also gets, of course, the big Satyr, which is probably the best creep he could have gotten there. Can still like use the blast to at least like the shockwave to secure some blast hits for himself. Extra regen too.
This certainly being the start that, you know, when you draft this carry Lesh, this is what you intend to set up in the lane.
GH, a lot of pressure there. Shockwave as well.
The wave's coming in under Liquid's tower. Miracle will be able to continue to free farm without any sort of interruptions from Misery and Kezu. Down bottom, same to be said for Faded though. VT Faded is getting the farm on his lifestealer. Mind Control obviously getting a lot more, and Kezu is able to get on that top lane as an offlaner.
VT Fade is missing quite a few last hits though. I've seen him limit at least like 4 down here. As Mind Control will play around it again, and the Sandstorm. He's being annoying. Definitely being annoying on this tanking.
Mid lane. Starting to see Weehar catch back up a little bit, but as you say, it's these denies that are going to make sure that Matu sort of like hits the 6 before and such, so we can really keep the pressure on Weehar and slow down Weehar's farming lane.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if he hits 6 first, you can go for set of kills constantly onto that TA. All right. Yeah, I hadn't seen it since the change with the refraction, so that's actually pretty cool. That matchup in particular.
Mind Control. Trying to get the pulls off and such, but Milan will be there to interrupt. It's not going to be that easy to do so. Arcane Rune down bottom will be scouted out as well.
The thing is that Mind Control's having a great time because he's alone. That's the thing, he doesn't have an extra person with him.
Action. Kezu's managed to get a little bit of CS down top, but still definitely suffering with Liquid having this tri-lane hit.
He's not alone either. He's splitting it. He's splitting XP between Misery. That's the difference, is that they're contributing two top heroes. Well, Mind Control's his bottom getting just as much, if not more.
I mean, that mid lane as well has just got even easier for Matu's being able to head down to bottom and grab the Arcane Rune.
Oh man, he has boots already too. Yeah, this is really nicely done so far here by McCullough, man.
Yeah, and I would imagine obviously with those denies, the majority of them will be the range creeps. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's pretty much got all the range creep denies.
Yeah. He's gonna hit 6 right after these. Weehaw has to be a little bit careful here of the pressure that can come out. Here it is. He's got the D-Crap to drain.
The play.
Probably won't kill him here, but we'll put a lot of pressure to force it back.
Down bottom, Mind Control. Just get chased out of the lane by Milan, but he's able to get over towards the shrine and we'll be able to heal back up. Matu.
He's chasing still.
He is. Refraction's still on cooldown. He's now back up.
He's got another drain.
Well, he wants to do it. Refraction will keep him safe from the blast. The TP comes in as well to make sure the TA is kept safe. But Matu fighting with fire here in this mid lane.
That Arcane Rune almost giving him enough to be able to do that. That reduced mana and a little cooldowns, of course. Weehawk stunned up here by Misery.
Matu's running across as well to see if they can get a shot on him there, but GH is on the high ground. Matu tries to turn with the suck on to Kuroki. Destruction will put a stop to any play.
Those type of life drains are where it's like, I want to get mana. You don't really want to go for a kill there because he's full health and low mana, but he wasn't able actually to get it because of that instant disruption. GH will stack some camps here to enable Weehaw after that tough mid matchup. 0-0. Incredibly quiet.
I want to be able to claim that first blood.
Yeah. They're just putting GH in the mid lane to soak, so we're going to assume that Matoma Man's going to try to apply as much pressure as possible onto that tower because they know, you have versus Templar Assassin, TS jungle.
Bottom. Good opening here onto mind control.
It's time to get him.
Misery able to come in from the trees, catch him out with double lockdown.
Yeah, I think that's why they picked the line, right? It's like they have the Pango, who doesn't provide any lockdown till 6, so I think that's why they wanted the line.
As soon as that play's made down bottom by Misery, though, they realize that Kezu is potentially vulnerable as Miracle and Kuro move in. He has got the heal, though.
He's got Wand and Fairy Fire as well. It'll be fine.
It is enough to outdo the damage. Misery's able to TP in as well in case they did dive on.
He didn't even have to use either, and he's still almost up to full HP.
Just still unable to burst that Enchantress at this stage, Liquid. At least between the two of them. Maybe with GH there's an opportunity. And especially when he doesn't have the Nature's Attendance, Kezu, they'll try once more. Here we go. Set up. Into the stun. Spirit is upon him. And they'll have him this time, surely.
Oh, yeah.
They got him. That amount of lockdown and no chance for Nature's Attendance. They can do it. It's not easy, and it does require all three heroes. But they get Kezu out of the lane.
Can they put any pressure onto the tower? They glyph for the catapult here. But it looks like it's just going to die anyway. Mid tower also, of course, getting glyphed versus Matumba Man. And we see Milan starting to make the way over to maybe try to secure this mid tower. Amatu doesn't have that much mana, so he's actually going to Shrine. And what build is Faded going for? He is going to be going for the faster pace build that we were talking about. The Midas into the Armlet this game. It makes sense. He's playing versus the Leshrac, but...
Yeah, I mean, as you said, yeah, Midas Armlet, then maybe even what, the Deso, you pop in Rage, and you have those easy kills.
Yeah.
Then you can sort of just head straight towards in the fights. GH. Able to walk away from his former teammate. After not quite having the damage with that life train.
So Matu is starting to fall behind here, at least in the levels. I think in comparison, like Weehaw is going to start just jungling and getting that, at least when he has all these stacks that he can clear, and he does have a triple ancient stack. So level 8, also tied with the Pugna, but like we said, yeah, he's going to move forward to those stacks soon. He's actually going to start first defending the tower, making sure they don't take that one too early on. Even bring Kroki in. They're also rotating Miracle. They are heavily emphasizing this mid tower. This will be an easy kill onto Misery. Tumba gets caught by the stun, though.
They can get him. He's running away, but he cannot escape.
He gets caught by that by the stomp by GH.
And we are with that sidelight hit. He gets the kill.
Yeah.
And more money for the TA. It's already starting to, barrel ahead of him. The way that Weeha's been able to head into the jungle, clean up the neutrals as well. Down bottom, Hex set up. Onto mind control. He hasn't got the stun for a couple of seconds. Fade is looking for him. Stick charges will be there. One more right click will do it. Stun. Joe gets the burrow strike up.
Oh, he dodged the stun.
Can they get him? They should have him. No, the Jukes.
No way. He's got another
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Oh.
Nobody knows. The Jukes are real. He's out in the trees. Mind control will manage to TP away there.
That stun was so close to hitting him there from Misery. He actually lives that. That's
Where do you think you're?
He's feeling good. Look at that double. He does both of his chat wheels there.
On top. Another attempt onto Kezu. He did manage to get off the Nature's Attendance. But it won't matter.
Can't get the stick off.
The three of them have the damage. Now they turn towards Milani. Swashbuckled in for that. Miracle cleans up both of them. Towards mid lane. That's who's being gone upon. He's going to be slowed by the traps. TP in from GH. They're up to the high ground. Matu getting burst by the physical output from Weehaw. Another death on the Pugna.
He really set the trap. He was actually melded on the high ground waiting to get the first hit. Then he gets another second meld off afterwards too to be able to get that extra damage onto Matu. It's a nice setup there from Weehaw. Knowing that he's going to try to pressure the tower. Sitting in that meld. 6-1.
6-1, but the goals still continue to be very similar.
Yeah.
As farm is being laid out for Faded down bottom, and with that Midas, be able to continue to ride the good item timings, get the armlet out at a good pace.
Kezu's trying really hard to just defend defend and survive versus that burst damage. Defend this top tower, buying a bracer, buying raindrops, of course, even a belt of strength too. Just trying anything to survive it so he can get the wand off, because he hasn't been able to.
Oh yeah, it's getting harder now. The levels are getting into place for Liquid, especially with these ults being available too. Kuro level 7 on the Shadow Demon.
And look at if you saw the build on Kuro as well, the 0 Shadow Poison, max Soul Catcher.
All about the burst.
Yeah.
It's mind control with his build, as you mentioned in the draft fail of Discord.
Yeah.
It's just going to help them in these situations.
As soon as they pick the Lash right, you know they're going to go for the Veil build for tanking. As he goes up forward for a stun here onto VT Faded, but a trap was set.
TPs are coming in, but they're not going to be in time to save the Sand King. As in fact, Milan, he's rolling in. Maybe see if they could try and set up for more TPs coming inbound, though. So Chaos will back off. They got what they came for. They pay with the life of Faded as they're to set up with the Demonic Purge into the Spirit, dragging him back. Miracle's on top of them with the Diabolic Edict. He's into the creep. BT Faded, he'll stay alive for now. Misery won't be quite as lucky as he is getting back to safety inside the creep of Liquid. Faded. The tower is going to start hitting that creep first back towards mid. Weehart trying for the solo play, but a TP comes in. Rage is back up for Faded, and he is able to get out of the creep and get back beneath his tower.
Bit scary there for him for a second, but will be just fine. And he gets to use his Midas nice and quickly. He wasted a couple seconds. He saves his life. And they force a heavy amount of rotations too from Liquid. They only get the 1 kill, I believe it was, on Misery, so definitely worth it there for Chaos. 7-2.
Mind control. Try for this play with the epicenter.
I think he has damage.
That's not nearly enough at all.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe felt the harassment was worth it, but that was never going to be a kill.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's exactly what he was doing. Maybe he's just trying to push him out of the lane because he just TP'd up there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him out of the lane, force him into the jungle at least, so it gives Mind Control that free place to farm.
Yeah. Trying to set up here for Miracle. Milan will just roll in. Does he find him?
He gets out with a TP right underneath his nose. He didn't expect the instant TP in that position, so Milan rolls straight past rather than curving into that hole.
Trying to go for GH here. Misery also getting a wrap around, trying to go for a finger play. Might actually be able to find GH here.
Or
his spider sense is gone. But oh, to stop!
Well, did he find GH or did GH find him?
That's
GH.
I think that's pretty unlucky there for Misery. GH had no idea he was there. He was stopping the wave. Oh man. I love DOTA. As they continue now, they're going to put the pressure on here, trying to push a little bit harder here with the Pugna. But on this other 2 side lanes, you see Weehawk pushing in that lane, and also Miracle also set up top. Maybe here they look to go for Faded.
Still a hard kill.
Yeah, with the double chain stun, if they have
the
edict already active.
Yeah, if they get the chain stun.
If they have the edict already active, might be able to go for that one. Liquid pulling ahead here by a decent margin now, 3K. Gotten the important tier 1 so far for themselves as well.
Here we go, Milan. Himself a Shadow Demon. It's a poke at Matu. Tries to go for the sub, but there's the turnaround. Kuro gets the Demonic Purge out. TP's coming in towards the shrine as Liquid. They'll turn. Take down Matu. Milan has got to roll himself away, and with a roll TP will be able to escape. But that is Matu getting killed once more. He's 0-3-0 on the Pugna. Did have that good showing in the lane, but he's not been able to do too much with his hero outside of that.
No, he is very squishy, and in the game where you're playing versus Shadow Demon, you know, I was talking about the SD, he can always throw the Purge on the Lifestealer, but if he throws the Demonic Purge on the Pugna, you can never decrep yourself to get this TA off of you. So you're just free pickings.
Misery will get the finger off. They do find Kuro. Misery will fall for it. Faded comes in, but they don't have detection prepared around this area. Su's trying to head across, but Mind Control's already out with the Burrow Strike towards the safety of his teammates. At least Misery, he did get that finger buff before he went down.
I think Miracle now also has blue to travel, so he can look to split push and join his team in pretty much every single fight. And it looks like, yeah, they want to battle in the mid lane. Matumba gets caught by the stun.
And there's the combo again for GH. Matu It will go up into the air, but there's so much damage. Decrepify or not, it doesn't matter. Liquid can fight through it to kill him. As that is, again, another time where Matsu comes out in lane, instantly gets picked off.
They're starting to snowball pretty hard here on Liquid, getting all these kills, getting all this set up too. And when they do get these kills, another one, they can look to just go for the Roche with Weehaw easily with this Deso, as well as that Blink finished up. But just continuing to apply pressure rather than going for that Roche first here on Liquid.
An attempt come into play. Mind Control straight away in with the Power Strike onto Milan. Milan trying to roll out. Will be able to get the Thunder off. They have the sentries down, so they can take down Mind Control, as well as KuroKy, as they have the numbers. Milan maybe seeing if he can catch out another, but Miracle's already out into the shadows.
Very nicely done with the Infest there, catching them off guard. While Matumba was still dead, they made that play, so it does probably catch Liquid a little bit off guard.
Still keeping Faded's game looking very nice on the Lifestealer.
Yeah, still has it.
Deso's going to be coming in at a very good time after the Armlet Midas. You see that. Still, the Weehaw TA does sit at the top. Blink, Deso himself finished in a very impressive timing and going for that BKB next.
Faded just gets hit by 2 side blades, gets chunked down to pretty much no HP. They're pinging him out. GH is kind of like looking for some type of move, it looked like there, just letting his team know how low the Lifestealer was.
GH doesn't only have that Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
Which is going to make life very hard for Kezu in these fights.
And
every
Matsu.
single time. Yeah, you're right.
Both of them.
And the life drain just sort of been put to an entire stop.
Yeah. Miracle looks like he wants to try to set up for Matumba him. He has heals, but yeah, right next to the tower.
It's fine. The Bates had 2 TPs. 3 TPs, in fact. That was 3 TPs used for that response.
They got to make something happen. Immediately they're like, yeah, we brought too much here. We
You've
have
got
to
do something else.
If I try to find something here, maybe get a wrap around to catch somebody. Who can they actually find though? KuroKy might actually be the one to just break the smoke.
Looks like he has. And that's going to get in with the swashbuckle. Mind Control and Weehaw are there though. They'll lose Kuro. Mind Control goes in with the Burrow Strike. Weehaw still trying to hit from the side. Will be able to take down Milan before the Rolling Thunder's out. The wrap around's there as well from Miracle. As they've found 3, they'll get Matsu as well, as this is turning into a little bit of a slaughter.
Yeah, they can go into the Roche if they want to. Miracle actually still wants to continue chasing. He has the Yules, and they should
got another catch. Liquid team wiping Chaos at 18 minutes in, 7K lead. This game is getting pretty out of control.
That was Chaos doing the smoke off. KuroKy breaks it. Sure, KuroKy dies, but more than worth it for him as they kill the entire team. Pick themselves up. She's level 18 now on TA. Weehaw. 5-0 and 4, even though he had first few levels inside that laning phase. Some of them had the edge, but now all for Liquid.
At this point, they only really have Faded that's strong on Chaos.
Yeah.
And even then, he has to be so sort of active during the rage timing. As soon as that rage is gone, as you say, if he gets chain stunned, they'll kill him.
I mean, even during the rage, he can still get kited because they have the Purge. If he does just throw the Purge on top of the Lifestealer.
That heavy hitting of the TA. Yeah. Meld Hill too. And this Lifestealer gets sort of 3-4 hit down.
Yeah, and now it's a full BKB as well on the TA, so you had chances of controlling him before, now not at all.
No. This game has gotten very hard for Chaos.
Yeah. They have to make something big happen with their Deso reveal when Faded gets it, but it's going to be into an Aegis of Liquid.
And I mean, this sort of timing, this sort of play, this is, I guess, what RNG were dreaming of right earlier when we saw them drop to position 1 match. Like this is how you got to play. You have to set it up in this tri lane where you guarantee the Lesher could start, because then it can start to overtake the game.
Just when you have easier heroes to set up for it, like Shadow Demon Lesh is it's just such an old school combo. It was like that for a reason.
And it's even
easy.
Better now, right, with the new Soul Catcher. You get those kills because of that quick and fast burst.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with the ET, it just amplifies the Lesh even more as they get the stun, and he's gone.
He's gone indeed. No chance for a TP out from Milan. It's Weehaw, 6-0-4. This has been quite the game for the Weehaw TA, and he's going to feel pretty good as the new boy in town, really knocking down Matsu. The lane was okay for Matsu, but other than that, he's not really been able to do a whole lot on his Pugna, whereas Weehaw he's just been taking over the whole game.
Yeah, it does feel like that. I mean, Liquid just maneuvering and just playing just better around the whole map pretty much this entire time so far in this game. Chaos had a few moments in the early game when they were able to at least get like the towers and the wraparounds and stuff like that, but now it's all Liquid. As they're already looking to breach toward that high ground. There's the Deso finished up on the lifesteal like we were mentioning, but it's into that BKB also on the TA, so all of Liquid very strong here as they can send the Leshrac back to push, and then he can come right back. Milan, okay.
It's good to control until we are, but with that BKB, they stun out onto Misery. We'll get them the 1 kill, jump up to the high ground. Weeha gets the double. They'll look towards Faded. Demonic Purge is out, slowing him down. This should be another one for the TA, and it certainly is. Weeha godlike with the triple kill. You saw Mind Control jumping up to the high ground, seeing if he could fish and try and find for a 4th. But even so, Weeha just racking up the kills. 9-0-4. It's one of his best heroes, the TA, and it's certainly showing here.
It's pretty surprising to see them jump out to go for him when he has Aegis, as well as the BKB, right? Maybe they didn't see the BKB, but they know he has Aegis.
This is just one of those games where, as a team, they're so far behind, it's just falling apart for them. Yeah. They're just trying to go for desperate plays. They know that this one is very hard to swing around.
Trying to slow him down. They'll burn that Aegis.
3. Follow-up stun. Defensive disruption from Kuro will keep him safe for now. Allows them to get the blink off. They will manage to push them away from taking the tier 3 tower for the moment.
But it's costly. All the way up to the 11k, well, 11k gold lead for a second there. As Chaos is all just kind of trapped in their base. They're trying to make their way out to try to maybe find something here. Maybe look for Miracle down bottom as he's doing the split push. But I think they're going to be just a little bit too late here. We look at that line drawn, Miracle knows. He's like, yeah, they're walking through traps. So we do see them trying to set up for me, and yeah, he knows. He's just backing up and playing it safe. Yeah, sorry, it's just feeling like there's very limited movements here for Chaos. They're just trying to get some type of farm. But it does seem like they can just lose anybody in one stun. Any hero that gets stunned just can get burst down from Liquid easily from this TA. Weeha just way too farmed at this point. Even Faded, as we saw.
Yeah, still very vulnerable. He's queuing up that SMY and then the AC, but maybe a bit of him that feels they needs to just get that armor even sooner ready than the all-round stats. Having a plate mail may sort of help him at least survive the physical burst if he gets disabled. As that armor reduction, of course, from the TA is so heavy, the meld and Deso that Weeha has.
Yeah, he went for the meld dispel as well in this game instead of going for the armor reduction. I think just because he's playing versus Pugna.
Yeah,
just annoying. Pugna, Lifestealer, a good decent amount of things to just dispel off yourself to go to move. As they'll be able to pick up another item, probably the most important one after that BKB for the Templar Assassin versus a Pugna, the Nullifier. Now you don't have to worry at all about defensive decreps either. You can always focus on using the Demonic Purge on that Lifestealer. Yeah, Chaos. They're all gathered together. They're trying to find something around maybe like the Bounty Rune. Trying to catch Liquid when they're split up. But Liquid just moving, for the most part, together.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Let's see if Chaos can pick themselves back into this game.
There's the Nullifier too.
And we are just so fun.
Yeah,
it's 17,000 net worth.
314 last hits.
No one is even close to this TA right now.
Yeah. They set him up for success, right? In the lane, he had a little bit of trouble, but they stacked for him. They had tons of stacks. GH was making sure he set those up. It's okay. The trap on the high ground, they know that they're there.
And they didn't go for anything. Their Chaos, they were all around it, but they were still scared to commit. They didn't want to try and go for a play.
They know that all of Liquid was there.
So they just stood as 4 and watched them take a bounty rune.
They're
it's
just not
kind of awkward.
They're not sure what to do. Yeah. They're too weak to be able to take a fight. They're so low level, don't have the farm either. They don't have the things to deal with these BKBs too. As Liquid, they're just going to smoke and probably run into them here. Going to try to maybe go for a little bit of a wrap.
Miracle's putting some heavy pressure onto the top racks at the same time.
And he botsed up there even. So they're being confident only with 4 heroes walking in.
There's the jump on the launch. It's a quick way to start the fight. They'll look to see if they can chase down more. Nullifier's going to be out onto Matu. Hex will be out from Misery to make sure that the TA can't chase for now. But now the Hex wears off. We are ready to go for more from the low ground. Able to get the meld hit out onto Misery. Misery's dead. Instantly buys back. They'll come in for the plays and see if Chaos can try and catch someone out on the return. Kuro turns. Mind controls in with the burrow strike onto Misery. That's a dieback from the Lion. Let's get the finger out, but it doesn't get a kill. BT faded, trying towards Kuroki. Milan rolling through the mist of the ball, but the BKB's out, and Weeha moves back across. Mind controls in with the 2-man burrow strike. Jump forward from Weeha. Gets the double kill. Looks towards Kezu. Triple kill once again for Weeha. As Chaos just getting torn apart by Liquid, and by more specifically, Weeha himself. 13-0-6, the team around him offering more than enough control for Weeha to just get in, get the damage done, and he's running away with it. Bottom lane, tier 2 towers being taken. He's going to start working on his Orchid into Bloodthorn. 15k lead, 26-8. This game very much in the hands of Liquid unless Chaos can pull off a massive upset.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're just picking up more and more, and that fight, that's a fight where they're around their shrine with all their heroes kind of positioned. They use a buyback, and they still can't even pretty much kill like almost anybody. They get Miracle, which is great. They get Kuro as well, but they had to commit absolutely everything to go for them. Looks like Milan maybe having a little bit of lag or something, just instantly disconnect. But yeah, feeling super hard, if not almost impossible here for Chaos. Is just VT Faded, like you said, who's having that really good time. Kezu is not able to deal that much damage in the fights, and the Untouchable just doesn't feel like it's, I mean, at this point, it's not doing anything.
No, the heal just doesn't kick him fast enough to deal with the crazy amount of, not just magical, but physical burst between the heroes and Liquid. They have very high burst output.
Yeah, it's all on Lifestealer, and he's versus, like we said, he's versus some counters.
Has been, you know, it's been a very underwhelming game from Matu. This was what it was, the last pick, right? You had last pick. You pick, if the hero that you had last pick for the mid goes 0-6 and 2 at 27 minutes, and something's gone wrong.
Yep.
You had that 5th pick, and your 5th pick has done nothing this game.
After the laning phase, yeah, he just wasn't able to get anything. They just weren't able to work around it pretty much at all with their lineup. And here they're just trapped in their base until the more than likely inevitable defeat with Liquid having another item also being brought out in full Orchid. Oh, they will be able to find Kuro.
There we go, they get a kill. Mind Control does go in with the burrow strike. They have the sentry down. Weeha's going to commit with the BKB, look towards Matu. Matu is going to get the Decrepify purged off by the Nullifier. Faded does pick up a second though, as he's able to focus down Miracle. They'll try and chase for more here, Chaos. The slow onto Weeha. Mind Control's taken out. Can they catch Weeha though? Will be able to blink away. Meanwhile, GH does manage to get the stomp and TP off. He'll get out of there, but Chaos able to take definitely the best trade they've had so far this game, taking 3 heroes down. They do lose Matu for it, but they get 3 heroes. That is a little bit of a gold swing back in Chaos's favor.
Faded still able to like stick on targets. He was able to find the Shadow Demon right at the start too, and having this high damage with that Deso. Miracle has 0 armor. I mean, he hasn't gone for like any of the. He hasn't gone for the armor talent, and he went for the Bloodstone, and now going back for BKB. So he's very squishy versus that minus armor that comes through.
Maybe the Faded Lifestealer can do it. It's not going to be easy. It's not an easy game, even for a farmed Lifestealer.
It's just because he's alone. If he had anybody else who was close, he'd be. I'd give him a little bit more. It's still super tough for him because all the pressure is on the Lifestealer, and he's versus the Demonic Purge. You see now he's queuing up a Linken's, so he can actually be able to protect himself during the Rage. He can Rage, and then if they do throw the only thing that can break it, of course, is the Demonic. So he's out of it. Is he gonna be able to do it? Like we said, still very tough. Weeha just constantly setting these traps all over the map too, keeping all that information for his team.
Starting to come out on the map themselves, Chaos now.
Got themselves a little bit of breathing room off of that. And we'll just positioned here behind the Lifestealer. They pretty much just have to play behind VT Faded now. And yeah, Matumba is still 0-7. Unable to find any type of breathing room for himself.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The rune spawns. Be Liquid able to control the majority of them. Haste rune as well to be picked up down bottom.
Looks like they're playing a little bit of the farm game to pick up their next item, at least on Liquid. Looks like they want Miracle's BKB before he actually gets involved again, because he's just died twice back to back in pretty much one disable. On the side of Chaos, they're also getting close to finishing up a couple items. I think Kezu is almost at the BKB, yeah. BTF also pretty much has the Lincoln, so you could see them. You could see both teams have a similar timing for a smoke to look for a play.
Chaos on the high ground. Miracle is pushing out a little bit far, but still not far enough for Chaos to feel comfortable to go for a play on him. Roshan.
They can't let them get this Rosh for free.
Can they get in the pit though? It's hard. They don't have another Pango. They need the Pango. Milan. If he's able to get in, maybe he can try and put throw a span in the works, but it's not going to happen quick enough.
He pops the ult to it. He rolls it.
But Aegis and Cheese has been picked up.
Yeah, he's just keeping out.
She's going the way of Weeheart. Aegis, I believe, on Miracle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's time for them to push.
Yep. Time to push forward here. I mean, now it's super hard because now even you can't just kill Miracle. That's the thing that's been happening in the last few fights. Why they were able to actually push Liquid away is because they killed Miracle at the start. Now BKB and Aegis, nowhere near as easy. So full Lincolns, as we were mentioning on that lifesteal, to deal with that Demonic Purge in general. So you can try to stick on some targets.
Still just waiting on those item timings, Liquid.
Yeah, they've got a couple.
Very close to some of them. I mean, Bloodthorn is very close for Weeha.
Yashikaya as well here for Miracle coming out.
And they know themselves that they do have this large advantage. There's no real reason for them to rush an ending.
They can play the nice farm game because they have these boots of travel. They have such high mobility on their heroes as well that they can always run and catch up to each other.
I know Chaos as well will be very unlikely to lead the base, especially when this Aegis and Cheese is in the hands of Liquid. It's just not really a fight that Chaos can go poking around and looking to start themselves. There's effective extra 2 lives on Liquid's cause. So there we have it.
Yeah,
Bloodthorn's coming out for Weeheart.
They're just keeping all the lanes pushed in, and they have GH. GH is jungling, while the other heroes are all just pushing in lanes. So he's just trying to farm his BKB, while the rest of them farm their next item.
Yeah, they're just maximizing the efficiency.
Yeah.
As Chaos are only really left to deal with the lanes that come in underneath the towers.
Yep.
And they have to make sure that they do stick close to their towers whilst they farm them.
Yeah, they're just suffocating. But now Miracle, he does have this Yashikaya with the bots, with the Yules. He's got that, the 550, what everybody loves so much on that last Shrek. That max movement speed, so he can just run around and kite that lifestealer. BKB finished for Kezu. So now he could have a little bit easier time focusing heroes, but he's been having a tough one. He hasn't been able to really get many impetus out at all.
The Dagon being scaled up a little bit. My Matsu is now level 3 on the Dagon.
Yeah, they're trying to get anything possible. Liquid just farming, just keeping all that farm up. Just farm everything. Efficiency.
I'm surprised there. Weehaw. Majority of the stats up at the top. Kills, deaths, GPM, hero damage, last hits. It's all his at the moment. TA. So now as he faded. Try and commit with the rage, jumping off the back lines. Misery will be able to get the Hex off first to make sure that Weeha's unable to burst him down. Now pops the BKB. Weeha moving in, they've killed off Milan. Turn towards Kezu. Kezu with his own BKB in the Nature's Tense will stand his ground and can turn with the dust now onto mind control. And then defensive destruction for Kuro does come in. Mind control. He's going to be healed back up to full. He's hiding himself in the trees, but they've got the vision. The impetus will finish him off. They get one. Can they get more? Decrepify, stun, Dagon as well. They've caught out the Shadow Demon. Kuroki falls as well. Chaos will hold. Miracles on the high ground. Does manage to lay down a stun to catch out Misery as he heads up there. Weeha's already back in. Finds Matu on the back lines. But now they can turn towards Weeha.
Looking
faded. See if he can bite through these refractions in time. Weeha's going to have Blink back up.
He's got the combo too. He's got Nullifier as well as that Bloodthorn.
See if he can get into his hunting in the trees. Looking for the easier kill. Will he find Milan? He will. Weeha's got vision, finds Milan hiding. Chaos may have been able to punch back and hold. Did require them to buy back on Milan, though. He's now gone for over a minute. Miracle sees the opportunity to run straight back in. In fact, charging here at Kezu. But Faded is around. Will pop him the once. That's the Aegis gone on Miracle.
He's got BKB up when he is up again here. He was just trying to force vision. He is losing Aegis there.
Still feeling a little scared to push for the second half of the racks. They'll back off Liquid.
Decent hold.
Just slowly increasing their advantage, but not forcing it too hard there. They still continue to play it rather safe. Their lead does continue to grow, though. 22k advantage.
Yeah, VT Faded still able to do a lot of work. Just Matu just gets killed super early in the fight. Kezu as well as VT Faded were the only ones really able to dish out too much there in that one, but yeah, Liquid was able to disengage with their important heroes, at least on the TA as well as that Lash.
Mind control.
Jumping forward.
Cancel the TP at least, and the rest of Liquid is inbound. Kezu is in a lot of trouble. There's the combo. As defensive Decrepify will come out. Will allow Kezu to hide in the trees, pop a BKB, but it costs Matu his life and it won't save Kezu. Liquid have the physical damage. Weeha takes him out.
And they're both dead for, yeah,
they don't have buybacks. Liquid's in on the top racks.
Level 25 on Miracle as well, too, with that Diabolic Edict extra explosions. They can definitely look for another set. VT Faded is already prepped with that Infest.
What can they do to slow this down? It's been a pretty flawless game for Liquid across the board. Specifically, Weeha and GH, both of those have not died this game. 17-0-7 on Weeha, 6-0-18 on GH.
They've got the blink on Milan. They're trying to get some type of surprise into the backlines here.
They brought in the Lifestealer. Melbash is coming out from Weeha, causing some issues. Faded trying to turn and fight. There'll be a buyback from Misery. Faded having to back up onto the high ground, but Mind Control's waiting with the Burrow Strike. A buyback comes out from Faded. Milan's already taken out, though. As they just continue to fall on Chaos. Jump in, they'll get the Hex out, and Decrepify, they are able to burst Weeha. That's Weeha dead. That's a hell of a lot of money going the way of Misery. 1,348 gold for the Lion. And that will stop the push. It will stop the push. Faded, still seeing if he can try and poke for more.
He's got to be careful.
He's got Rage back up in a second. Is it actually going to be soon enough? There's the Rage. He'll try and get some lifesteal off. He's into the creep. Trying to get himself back to the base, but Misery does get found in the trees. He jumps back out, Faded. Will be able to get back up to the high ground. And there's a 70-second window, no TA, so Chaos will have the full lineup back up when that push comes into play again with the TA. But still, though, they need Liquid to throw quite a few more times than that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
once is not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Once is not going to be enough for Chaos. They need that to happen at least 2 or 3 more times.
Yeah, there's still too much. Like, this insurmountable gold lead is just way too high. 33,000. Weeha there, he blinks forward very aggressively. They didn't need to force that forward. They could have slowed down it. He didn't want to. They wanted to just go for the dive play to end the game right there and then. And it gives a couple more signs of life for Chaos, but still super difficult because that was still VT Faded's buyback. So he is now 25, so he has that extra rage duration.
Yeah, but even that, as we're seeing, the Mel Bash is
yeah.
So annoying for him. He pops the wounds and suddenly he's getting bashed up. Refresher picked up by Miracle.
And he can't kill the backline. That's the thing. It's like we saw them jump into the backline immediately, but they're tanky. Kuroki has a mech. GH has a BKB. Like, they're not easy targets to get brought down from this Lifestealer because of the advantage that Liquid has. And yeah, Refresher on the Lash. It's all maxed out already anyway, so. Crazy how farm they are. But I guess they have had map control for quite a long time. As now, with everybody up, they're going to look to close this one out. Glyph is available for Chaos here. They have a Blink Dagger on Misery now, too.
Go. Miracle's going to be focused. Defensive disruption from Kuro keeps them safe for now. BKB is now popped by Miracle. They'll turn. They've got the damage. They're bringing him low. He's got the Bloodstone heal. That'll keep him fine. He's able to get back down to the low ground and away from them as Matu and Misery have been taken out. Weeha turns towards another. The Nullifier control onto the Lifestealer means there's no escape for Faded. GG is called as this game one's over. Not necessarily the quickest, but definitely a painful one for Chaos. A very slow and painful one. As that game's end, 39k lead for Liquid, and a game that Chaos were never really in.
Yeah, it did feel like the when you saw a couple of those deaths happening from a Tumba Man in the mid lane, it really just stopped him completely. It was similar to the last game where we
Team
saw
Liquid
Monet, where he
in
died
the win column. After a setback this morning against newbie O2 in a dramatic upset, we see Liquid take care of business against their EU rivals Chaos. That's a big game in that group. As we take you back into our TI9 multi-stream coverage here, we're going to take a quick look at the group standings. As earlier this morning, Team Secret, TNC, and PSG LGD, three of the favorites in Group A, all holding serve in their first series of the day. Meanwhile, over in Group B, of course, a dramatic upset as Evil Geniuses fall 2-0 against Fnatic. And OG Na'Vi, which just finished up over on Stream D, gave us our only 1-1 result of the day so far. We're going to get you into a couple of regional rivalries momentarily as Keen Gaming are kicking off against PSG LGD over on our C stream. PSG LGD were able to take game one of that series in fairly convincing fashion behind an Ame PA and maybe OD. We are going to take you now, however, over to TNC and Mineski, the SEA regional rivalry here. TNC has taken 5 straight games off of Mineski with this current roster, dating back to ESL Birmingham and including a 1-0 victory at Epicenter. This is a huge matchup in this group, as again, TNC are looking to keep pace with the big dogs, Secret and LGD. And on the mic, we are going to bring you our brand new casting duo here at TI9. Here are Purge.
Especially is really amazing with Beastmaster, so I'm sure like we'll see him on that hero controlling the map.
Is it just gonna be like standard Beastmaster stuff with like pets and aura?
Yeah, just normal stuff.
Okay.
But like it's gonna get heavily countered. It's gonna get countered by AoE stuff. Like Honkai is pretty good against Beastmaster too, because our team fights the Beastmaster, kills all the baby stuff, baby summons too with the Tidebringer.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, AoE against Beastmaster